love both. So, if that's the case, may I ask someone, what is the movie that you have recently watched? Yeah, Elizabeth.
Dating called Tadhana.
And what is it all about? Can you share to the class the story?
It's the love story of two single individuals who met each other because of Tadhana.
So, it's a good thing that you have already watched this movie because I myself haven't watched this. So, what about you, Ernest?
I watched 12 Years a Slave last night.
And what is it all about?
It's about the slavery of Black Americans before the Civil War in America.
So, very good, Ernest. You're a very storyful person. So, what about the books? What books have you recently read? Yes.
The Best of Me by Nicholas Sparks.
Ano? Marlon, can you share the story to the class?
The Best of Me is about two lovers who went back together after a long time, and the guy donated something, right? Correct. The guy donated one of his internal organ to the child of the woman just to save that kid.
This is a very nice book, Marinelle, and such a very heartwarming story. What about Erickson? What book have you read recently?
Teacher Divergent.
Virgin. What about Divergent,
It
Erickson?
is about a 16-year-old girl named Beatrice Pryor who lives in a city which is divided into 5 factions. And she later on have to free those who are, or to fight against the abusive and powerful leader from the area.
Did she met someone that helped her?
Yes, teacher.
And who's
He is 4.
or did they fall in love with each other?
Yes, teacher. If I
Okay. So class, what do you notice about the subject of these movies and books? The major subject. Yeah, Isabel.
Most are about love, teacher.
Okay. Most are about love. So class, it's a good thing that you have already watched or read books and movies about this subject because for today I want you to share your ideas about romantic love. So, since you have already vicarious knowledge about romantic love, I believe that you can already share your ideas to the class. So, I have here a box. Inside this box, there are heart-shaped papers, and you have to get one and pass upon writing your idea. And also, there are crayons here, so this is what you're gonna use in writing. Please get one. clip paper. Good happiness. So, you have a very wide knowledge about romantic love class. So, another reason why I asked you to write your ideas about it is to check whether you still remember the poem that we tackled last meeting. Again, what is the title of that poem? Yes, Jean.
The passionate shepherd to his love.
And who can tell me what idea or ideas in this concept map that are related to the poem? To check if you still remember the poem, what idea or ideas? Yes, Isabel.
Promises.
Why do you say so, Isabel?
Because in here, the shepherd gave a lot of promises to the girl. Promises like very hard to achieve.
Okay, Isabel still remembers the poem. What about, yes, Jean?
The dance and sing for delight.
Why do you say so?
Because in the poem, I remember, teacher, that in the shepherd's reigns shall dance and sing for delight each May morning.
Okay, you remember the poem very well, Jean. What about Harrison?
Pleasure, teacher.
Why pleasure?
The shepherd told his love that they will experience pleasure by loving one another.
Okay, that's a very nice promise from the shepherd, Harrison. And lastly, Luis. Okay, it's already mentioned. So, to refresh the minds of everyone and to make sure that not only Isabel, Erickson, and Jean still remember the poem, I want someone from the class to read it. It's better if it is a man. Yes, a man. Yes, Carlo. Please stand, Carlo.
The Passionate Shepherd Who Is Loved by Christopher Marlowe. Come live with me and be my love, and we will all the pleasures prove that valleys, groves, hills and fields, woods or steep mountain hills. And we will sit upon the rocks, seeing the shepherds feed their flocks, by shallow rivers whose falls melodious birds sing happy notes. And I will make the best of roses, and 1,000 fragrant posies, a cap of flowers, and a kirtle, embroidered all with leaves of myrtle. A gown made of the finest wool, which from our pretty laps we pull. Fair lines sleepers for the cold, with buckets of the dearest gold. A belt of straw and ivy buds, with coral clasps and amber studs. And if these pleasures may be moved, come live with me and be my love. The shepherd's wings shall dance and sing, for thy delight each May morning. If these delights thy mind may move, then live with me and be my love.
Thank you, Carlo. So, class, based on what we have tackled during our last meeting, who is speaking in this poem? Yes, Minor.
The one who is speaking in the poem is a man who is expressing his love towards his woman.
Okay, is there any other answer? Luis?
I think, aside from the man, it is basically the shepherd.
Okay, a shepherd. So, based on your answers, the shepherd promises a lot to his love. And I have here a balloon that shows his promises. So, Harrison, can you read the content of this balloon? Yes?
Be my love and I will give you everything. We will happily watch the shepherds feed their flocks. I will make you beds of roses and gown made of the finest wool. I will prepare silver dishes for your meals and an ivory table for you and me. If these delights will move your mind, then accept the love that I offer.
So, class, don't you wonder what will you feel if ever you receive something like this, such offer like this? I want you to think about it. So, imagine that you are the one being offered this kind of love. What response would you have in your mind? Yes, Monica.
Sure, I would be overwhelmed because that kind of love so powerful and very intimate because he's willing to sacrifice and give you everything that's just for you to accept the love and
Okay. Monica, how can you say that if you are speaking to the shepherd? Imagine that you are speaking to him.
um, shepherd. Um, um, Let me see if you can really do the things that you are promising to me. That's what.
Very good, Monica. What about Elizabeth?
I'll tell the shepherd, seriously, how can you give me beds of roses if there are very, very few roses in the world? Also, would you really give me silver dishes for our meals and an ivory table for just like it was very costly.
Okay, Isabel is being doubtful regarding the promises of the shepherd. Yes, Erica?
Like Isabel, my question is, how will I know if you are true with your promise?
Okay, and lastly, Jean.
My question of love is that I really do not believe in those words because it's far from real life. There's no such man like that. Like, oh my God, there's they will not exert effort for a girl.
Okay, Jean. So, yes, I also have my own inner thoughts if ever I would be offered such kind of promises. This is my response, if ever. I will read it to you guys. There's such kind of love like what you are offering to me. I do not need material things and pure promises, for I know that anything can happen in just a blink of an eye. Maybe you truly love me right now, but time will pass by and we never know what might happen. So class, do you have any idea why we reviewed this poem? Because last time we already tackled this. Do you have any idea? Yes, Isabel.
Because teacher, you have the names reply to the shepherd.
Okay, because today we are going to tackle about another poem which is really connected to this one. But before that class, I will group you first according to the color of your heart-shaped papers. So those who got blue ones will stay here. The green one will stay on this side. Yellow at the back. The pink one on this side, and lastly the orange one on that side. Okay, I want you to move faster, class. Go to your groups now. Blue, green, yellow, orange, and pink. So are you with your groups already?
Yes, teacher.
So, class, listen. Each group will receive an envelope. In this envelope, there are materials that you're going to use in our activities later. So, for the blue group, green group. What about the yellow?
Yellow.
Orange. Pink. Lastly, the orange group. Okay. So class, before we tackle the poem, the needs reply to the shepherd, there are some difficult words that you might encounter in the poem. So I want you to bring out the folder in your envelopes. This one. The folder. So in this folder, there is a small envelope inside, and in this envelope, there are jigsaw pieces. So you will solve this puzzle, and upon solving it, you have to arrange these words. The problem is that you do not know the word, but you have the meaning. And these are the clues. The first clue is the puzzle, the second clue is the sizes of the boxes, and the third clue is the meaning. So when you already arrange these words and you already know the meaning, you can now create your sample sentence on this space. So is that clear?
Yes.
So you may start now.
Teacher, we're done.
Yes.
Teacher, I'm done.
Wait for me. Go here.
teacher.
Is that okay?
Louis.
Teacher, they don't have a sentence.
Ayaw nga, kasi hindi
What group doesn't have a sentence? So you have like the have sentence. I have a name. I have a class.
Finish.
Like,
Oh, ha?
Oo. Alam mo yung
So what group made this one? What orange? Okay, read your answer.
So the meaning of stud is a large-headed piece of metal that pierces and it projects from a surface. So my sentence is the stud pierced my ear.
Okay, and what about the name? Yes, Alex.
So the meaning, a young, usually slim and slightly built female. So our sentence is I am a nymph.
Okay, it's a very nice sentence. What about this one? Pimentel. Yes, Alexa.
Pimentel, meaning a nightingale. I saw a flying pimentel.
And this one? Last.
A device with interlocking parts used for fastening together. I have glass collection in my house.
And lastly,
dumb, meaning unable to speak. I feel so dumb hearing my voice.
so very good job because you already know this difficult word. So at this point, you are now ready to read the poem, The Nymph's Reply to the Shepherd, by Sir Walter Raleigh. But first, do you know who Sir Walter Raleigh is?
No.
No. So this is Sir Walter Raleigh, and I have here a note about his life. Who wants to read the profile of Sir Walter Raleigh? Yes, Shirley.
Sir Walter Raleigh. He was born in Barton, Devon, Southwest England, United Kingdom. He was an English explorer, soldier, and writer who was imprisoned in the Tower of London and eventually put to death after being accused of treason by James I. Between 1584 and 1589, the first one, he established a colony near Roanoke Island. Much of his writing and poetry from this time or this start, he died on October 29, 1680 in London, England.
So Sir Walter Raleigh is not just a famous writer, he was also a soldier. So class, listen to me first as I read the poem to you. So, are you ready to listen, class?
Yes!
The Nymph's Reply to Shepherd by Sir Walter Raleigh. If all the world and love were young, and truth in every shepherd's tongue, these pretty pleasures might we move, to live with thee and be thy last. Time rides the clouds from field to pole, when rivers rage and rocks grow cold, and will mud cometh down, the rest and face of years to come. The flowers do fade, with wanton tears, to wayward winter, reckoning years. A honeycomb, a heart of God, its fancy spring, but sorrows falls. Thy gowns, thy shoes, thy beds of roses, thy cup, thy kirtle, and thy poses, soon break, soon wither, soon forgot, and folly right in recent death. Thy belt of straw and ivy buds, the coral craft and umber sands, all this in me no means can move to come to thee and be thy love. But could youth last, and love still breathe, had joy no day, nor age no need, then these delights my mind might move to live with thee and be thy life. So, who wants to read the poem to the class? Read, Marinette.
The Nymph's Reply to Shepherd. If all the world and love were young, and truth in every shepherd's tongue, these pretty pleasures might be moved pretty pleasures might be moved to live with thee and by thy love. Time drives the flocks from field to fold, the rivers rage and rocks grow cold, and Philomel becometh dumb, the rest complaints of cares to come. The flowers do fade and wanton fields, to wayward winter reckoning yields. A honey tongue, a heart of gall, its fancy spring by sorrow's fall. Thy gowns, thy shoes, thy bed of roses, thy cap, thy kirtle, and thy poses. Soon break, soon wither, soon forgotten. If folly ripe, in reason rotten. Thy belt of straw and ivy buds, the coral clasps and amber studs. All these in me no means can move, to come to thee and by thy love. But could youth last and love still breathe, had joy still day, nor age no need, then these delights my mind might move, to live with thee and by be thy love.
Thank you for this wonderful reading, Marinette. Now I want the class to read the poem.
The Nymph's Reply to Shepherd by Sir Walter Raleigh. If all the world and love were young, and truth in every shepherd's tongue, these pretty pleasures might be moved, to live with thee and be thy love. Time drives the flocks from field to fold, where the rivers rage and rocks grow cold, and Philomel becometh dumb, the rest complains of cares to come. The flowers do fade and wanton fields, to wayward winter returning yields. A honey tongue, a heart of gall, its fancy spring but sorrow's fall. Thy gowns, thy shoes, thy beds of roses, thy cap, thy kirtle, and thy roses. Soon break, soon wither, soon forgotten. In holy rhyme, in reason run. Thy belt of straw and ivy buds, the coral clasps and amber studs. All these in me no means can move, to come to thee and be thy love. But could youth last and love still be, at joys no day, nor age no need, then these delights my mind might move, to live with thee and be thy love.
Very good, class, but before we discuss the poem, I have here some tasks for the group. For the green group, you have to draw the persona of the poem. For the pink group, draw the address of the poem. For the blue group, make a slogan about the love being portrayed in the poem. For the yellow group, create a Venn diagram showing the comparison and contrast between the love portrayed by the two poems. The passionate shepherdess love and the leadership blind shepherd. And lastly, for the orange group, fill in the table of sensory images. So, in your envelope class, you have art materials there, and you also have cartolina strips. So you are going to use these art materials and cartolina in your activity. So you have 10 minutes to finish your task. So we will start now.
Make sure you read the link right. The link is certified.
In your envelopes, you have the color that represents your group. Where's the pink group?
Here's the link group.
lang. Teacher, wait. Hindi ka mo kailangan. Galing ko lang.
Class, you only have 5 minutes to finish your task.
Busy ako. Ayun. Ayun din sa abo. Teacher, wait.
It's about the green and pink group.
Teacher, we're still ahead. Anong color yung shadow? Pink. Eric, anong color na?
Green.
Green and pink group, you only have 2 minutes.
We're done, teacher.
Teacher, we're done.
Sure, that.
Okay.
Erickson's beautiful friend.
Teacher, they love
Is that his name? Yeah. Is that yung pa?
This is a good one.
Is that yung pa? Yung pa na may kapag. Ikaw yung siya sa shepherd.
Bago naman ng
Ikaw may looks
Yeah. Okay. May now follow sa green group. You can have one or two representatives to explain your. So, Camille, describe your illustration
So,
of the person.
the lady in the phone looks very sophisticated. As you can see, she looks like a robot. I don't know why she's very sexy. And
Last listen.
you will notice her eyebrows. They look like this because based on the poem, we can see that she's not the easy to get type of person. And at the moment, she said, all these and me, no means can move. Come to thee and be thy love. So somehow she's rejecting the guy. But there's a big view. She said, but youth could last and love's been weak. So that means there's still a chance, but not now.
So, Camille, this is a very good representation
Thank you,
of
teacher.
that. So, what about the kid group? Okay, Isabel, describe the illustration of your address.
The group teacher here we draw a handsome man just like the shepherd. And the different colors of the clothes of the shepherd represents how light is imagination and giving all of these things. See teacher, we even draw the bed of roses, the gown made of sheep. Here's the sheep teacher. And yeah, teacher, the shepherd.
This is also a good representation, but can you look for evidences in the text
Ah, yes, teacher.
that will support your characterization of the address? Look for line or lines.
Here. And truth in every shepherd's tongue, those pretty pleasures might be moved to liberty and be thy love. It shows your teacher that the shepherd could be someone who can, who can make someone easily believe everything that he said because of his appearance and all of the sweet things that he says. But however, the name still didn't really believe.
Okay, the group of Isabel was able to support their characterization of the addressee by citing lines from the poem. And let us move on to the blue group. Yes, Jean.
So our slogan is, love is not measured by material things. So according to the poem, in the fourth and fifth stanza, thy gowns, thy shoes, thy beds of roses, thy cap, thy kirtle, and thy clothes, soon break, soon wither, soon forgotten, in fully ripe in reason rapid. It means, teacher, that love should not just be, you should not just love someone because they are giving you something. But because these materials will soon be forgotten and should soon rotted.
So, Jean, what kind of love is being portrayed in the poem?
Genuine love.
Genuine
Concrete
love.
and genuine love.
Why do you say so, Jean?
Because, Mom, when we say genuine love, it should be just felt.
And do you feel that such love exists in real life?
Yes.
A bit. I still don't believe teacher because I have not to believe.
Okay, very good, Jean. What about other groups? Do you believe that such kind of love exists in real life? Yes, Isabel.
Yes, teacher, because there's a lot of couples who have already proved that no matter how poor they are or no matter how they love material things, they make to stay together and love each other for several years.
Okay, Isabel was able to agree that such kind of love exists because she was able to witness some examples of this kind of love. Let us move on now to the yellow group. Monica.
Asked to show the comparison between the two laws. Okay, first, no, okay. First, the what do you call the first poem says
The
that
passionate shepherd.
see shepherds flock feet. However, the response of the girl, time drives from field to fold. Um, that means that the flock may not be seen through time. And then he will give the girl bed of roses, but the girl said flowers may fade. And then the other poem said he will give the girl gown made of the finest wool, but the girl said gowns will break and do wither. However, we see that these two people discusses two love, but this love are different because the guy is talking about a love that is very idealistic. However, the girl is talking about the kind of love that is realistic.
Okay, so Monica, you mentioned here about time. So in the poem, the news reply to shepherds, how does time affect the attitude of the person towards love?
This quote.
The news reply.
um, Time affects the promises of the guy, meaning all of the promises of the guy might be broken or might wither soon.
Okay, if you were to choose, which would you prefer? The kind of love that the shepherds offer or that of the news?
This kind of love, because this kind of love is realistic. This kind of love exists in our world, wherein this kind of love is a love that still will pursue even though you, in any kind of circumstance.
So, very good. Thank you, Monica and your group. So, if Monica believes in the love being portrayed by the news, which is a realistic love, what about the others? Do you have any other answer? Who believes in the love being shown by the shepherd? None? Why, Erickson? Why don't you believe the shepherd?
Because for me, teacher, it is better to do actions rather than just saying promises to the one that you want.
Okay, same with Monica. You do not believe with too much idealistic love. And now let us proceed to the last group, which is the orange group. May I ask someone from the orange group? Yes, Jessica.
So, we were given the task to write the sensory images that we have seen in the poem. So first, inside the visual, flowers fade and leaves will wither. So this explains that to the persona, such ideal love is not realistic in that it also fades as time goes by. Another is reverse rage and soon break. It means that in love, not all things are very idealistic, and there are unlikable things that happen in love. Next is touch or tactile. Rocks grow cold. So it's not always love being hot or being passionate. Love also comes to a point when two lovers get cold to each other. Case or desultory, a heart of God and honey tongue. This is very ironic because God implies bitterness, and honey tongue, it means that the persona in the earlier poem is just being flowery in his words, and it is not true that if the love that he is proposing is really real. And last is smell, in reason rotten. It is compared to in reason rotten in Cody Red. So the reasoning in such love is not really realistic, and that's all.
So, Jessica, based on these images, what do they reveal about love?
It reveals that love is not so romantic every time, and your love is not really always at the peak of a person.
Okay, love is not always romantic. And what about the blue group? What can you say? What do these images reveal about love? Yes, Erickson?
Love is so broad that it encompasses a lot of things, like
Okay.
flowers or like rocks and rivers.
It encompasses a lot of things. So, class, did you understand the poem? Yes. So, to make sure that you really understand the poem, I will ask you to make speech and thought bubbles. But first, let us first define what a speech and thought bubble is. Art, I mean. Okay, Artem, please.
Speech bubbles, also speech balloons, dialogue balloons, are a graphic convention used most commonly in common books, comic strips, and cartoons to allow words to be understood as representing the speech or thought of a character.
Okay, thank you, Artem. So, class, as you can remember, I presented earlier the promises of the shepherd through a speech bubble. And I represented my thoughts through a thought bubble. So now, I want you to look for a partner, and you will pick a flower here. So those who will pick flowers with letter P, you will create a speech bubble about what the persona is trying to say in a specific stanza. For example, you pick P6. So you're going to make a speech bubble about what the persona is trying to say on stanza 6. On the other hand, when you pick flower with letter A, you will create thought bubble regarding what you might respond to the persona. So may I ask the pair to get your speech and thought bubbles?
Yes, teacher.
So class, I will grade your works based on this criteria. Emil, please.
Creativity 25%. Content of the speech and thought bubbles 2%. Clarity of explanation